think about what Freddie gave y'all defensively the other night?
I thought he did. I thought he came in and did that. And again, I thought, one, it was the best really prep he's had prior to the game. I thought he was really locked in, asking questions to coaches about not just what they do, but also wanting to know, make sure he knew what we were trying to get done. And that's obviously a great sign. And again, I hope he can continue to build on it.
What's his next step in his progression?
Just to build consistency. That's what it is. Being consistent and with every player, it's all about trust, earning trust, and know what when you put someone out there, you really have a pretty good idea of what you're going to get.
Coach, you talk about consistency, and you mentioned it a little bit after the game the other night. And I don't mean to harp on these guys, but when Josiah and Santi aren't productive on the road, how tough is it for you guys?
It's
to be
tough,
good teams?
but again, consistency comes in a lot of different shapes and forms, and it's just details. It's getting down to games. Whether you're defensively, you could be a step really that far out of your gap. That be that far away from the guy when you don't block him out. You could be that far away from when you should get a rebound. You should have. It's all about details and competing but again, we need everybody. I mean, there's so much balance in the country that again, we've seen that all year, from the beginning of the year. That on any given night, anybody can win. But again, we need those guys to do what we know they're capable of doing.
We talked about the armbar the other night. Did you see anything else on film that can maybe help Jonas until
they have to do that. They were just giving into it. I think they were worried so much about him spinning off that they know that he loves to go baseline, and I think they were too conscious of that. But when he kept getting back inside, then they were giving up an angle for him, which you can't do. Obviously, we want people to have to shoot over top of us, and that's when Jonas's length is at its best, when it's close to the rim. But our guards actually did a pretty good job keeping him because they got below him and had leverage. But we need our post guys to do that.
Where does this team still need to improve on the road?
I don't care, we're at home or on the road. I don't think that matters. It's about winning, and it's about you're going to be in close games whether you're here or on the road, and we've got to execute. Anytime you come down the last 4 minutes of a game, it's going to get down to execution on both the defensive end and the offensive end.
What stands out about Georgia?
Well, one, they've got to be a confident team, obviously. They've won 10 in a row. They're off to a great start, shooting the ball well. I think they really have gelled in the fact that they know exactly how they want to play. A lot of one-on-one. They get Mike's done a great job of putting them in position to where they're confident and know that they get into their offense quick. If they first good shot they see opening, they're going to take it. And Mike's a terrific coach, and I'm not surprised with where he's got the program right now.
How nice was it to see Dalton kind of get back in his offensive rhythm?
Well, it was good. I mean, obviously, we need that. And, again, we need him to continue to, again, consistency. We need that. We need to get everybody going with it. And I do know he's making a conscious effort to try to be better defensively, and we need him to do that.
Rick, how do you balance how well Zakai's playing versus trying not to play him 35, 37 minutes a night?
It's tough. I mean, it really is because, you go into every game with a plan, and it goes back. You feel like you want to put the ball inside, but you put it there. Then guys are getting stripped. You're not getting that, so now you have to go a different way. And Zakai was really the only guy the other night creating any foul situations, picking up fouls. And if there's anybody that can play a lot of minutes and withstand it, it's him. And there is a line there that we'd like to keep him under, but again, I talk about it game to game. You got to try to win that game, and we have to do what we have to do.
Does that create more urgency for the other guards to kind of figure it out?
Well, yeah, you'd like for them, but it goes back to that word we keep talking about, consistency. What are we going to get? We know, it's obviously we know what we're getting from him. It's what can we get from the other guys, and that's where it goes back to Rob's question. The older guys, we've got to know that, and then you can give these younger guys. You can't put a younger guy in a game when in a situation where, like what we've tried to do this year, is get those guys out there with the older group of guys, and if they're not playing well, it's hard to get them in a game, and because it really puts a lot of pressure on them. And if they could have a couple bad moments, it could affect them for a long time.
Where have you seen Dalton grow specifically defensively?
Just trying. I think it all effort. I think defense is effort, obviously anticipation, but it's a want to, and I think I know he wants to be better.
What's going wrong for Jordan right now?
I think, again, I've seen shooters go through it and probably trying too hard. And, we want him to shoot it when he's open. He doesn't have to force anything. He doesn't have to do that because he can do other things. But he'll that part, he'll snap out of that. It's just a matter of when.
What's the best route defensively to take when a team can spread the floor and has 4 guys who are shooting 36% from 3?
Well, we've dealt with that a lot the last couple of years. I mean, you go back and look. There's a lot of teams that are doing that, and got to be able to, do a lot of different things. They're against pressure. They get into a quick ball screen a lot, and they spread you out, and they've got guys that are going to shoot the ball when they're open, and it's tough. You got to do a lot of multiple things. You got to handle the action at the ball, but you got to have those guys on the backside ready to rotate and try to keep the ball in front of them.
Coach, with as much as you got out of the press the other night, you think about making it more than just a wrinkle, or is that just
no, we try. We go up 24. I mean, we can do it. It depends. I mean, again, every game could take on his personality with it. I mean, if you do it all the time, people. I mean, I can tell you when we played against pressing teams, normally we'd try to press them back, but when you know it's coming all the time, you can deal with it. Like we knew they were going to go out to their 2-2-1, but and again, it didn't affect us at all because it's there. We like the element of surprise, we do, but and we really leave it up to our players. They know if they think they can get a shot at to go run and trap, they can. But again, all year we want to be a team that can play 94 feet.
How does players like Toby Walker and Jonas Adu, your bigs, keep from fouling and staying on the floor?
Well, again, that's doing your work early. Normally when you foul, you get behind, you slap down because you're not in position. It all goes back to, being alert. I use the term all the time: do your work early, so you're not playing catch up. When you play catch up, you're going to probably feel like you're desperate and you swipe down, or you don't get out there in time. You hit somebody, hip check them, whatever it may be, and it's just alertness and it's attention to detail.
Those issues against Tolu, were those issues earlier in the season when you were facing Kansas, Purdue, and North Carolina?
They're all different. I mean, again, all good post players know where they want the ball, and they know where they want to get it. And that's what I've told our guys. I don't care if it's Edey, Baycott, Tulu. They know where they want the ball, and they don't settle. And that's where he knows he's. Other than his dunk, I think he scored every bucket below the rim because he knows how to angle. He knows he gets you where he wants to get you to start with, and he fights for his space. And that's why any low post player that's good, he knows where he wants it. If he doesn't get it there, he's going to find a way to get it there. He's not just going to settle. And those guys, any good low post player is good because they know where they want the ball and where they have to be.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.